know that Mercedes has a FOSS manifesto. For someone who never read the Mercedes-Benz open source manifesto, like what should they envision that is in the manifesto, like what it is targeted to achieve, and roughly what the contents of the manifesto are?
The Mercedes-Benz FOSS Manifesto is a set of guidelines and core values with regard to open source that we believe in, and which sends our employees on their open source mission, knowing full well that they are supported by the company to do that, right? And so it has three parts, and the first part is a preamble, and so that's sort of in order sort of to set the stage, to give it, well, a solemn note, and to say that we are fully committed to the manifesto. If you've seen the Lisbon Treaty on the European Union, that also has a big preamble. And so we kind of model it after that, just, in a slightly condensed version. It just says, this is what this is about. And then the second part is the company's principles and the employees' principles. And so the company's principles say that from a company point of view, and it says, we support our engineers. We want them to go on the open source mission, and we encourage them. So, for example, working time. You do this in your working time. It's not your private time, of course. There are laws against that. Also, if the company benefits from it, then obviously it's working time. And then the employees' principle, from the employees' point of view, they say, hey, before you write custom code, why don't you go and see if there's anything already available in inner source or in open source? It also has a paragraph on please learn through open source, maybe go to a conference. That's in the manifesto, right? Also, please be engaged with open source, engage yourself with inner source. And also, one of I think that's the last one that says, mini code of conduct. Remember that how you behave out there in open source reflects back on the company. So, be nice. And so that's basically it. Yeah, preamble, company's principle, employees' principle. Be a good open source citizen, basically.